Hey guys, what's up? I'm back. It's DJ coming at you again with an update on the Easy Motion Neo Volt Sport. Bam! Here it is. Back up a little bit so you can see it. That is my Neo Volt Sport bicycle. Okay, again, this bike is a great aid to me right now because I shattered my knee back in November, day after Thanksgiving, and I'm trying to rehab myself so I can get back to work within a month, next 3-4 weeks. But anyway, as of right now, I have approximately 227 miles on the bike. 227 miles on the bike. So I'm just giving you an update for those of you who are really interested, because you want to know how the bike holds up, how it runs, how much mileage you get per charge, all this other information. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to, because when I was looking into the bike, I saw the formal review, but I didn't really see a bunch of reviews about people that were actually riding it daily. Well, I've been riding this bike pretty much, I would say 4 days a week, and I've had it for maybe a month now. Again, I'm serious about trying to get my knee back together, get my leg strengthened. You know, I had a lot of atrophy going on due to the non-use of my legs, so I'm trying to get back to work. But anyway, this bike is a great aid to me. It does a very good job. I haven't had any flats or anything like that. I haven't had any problems with the bike. I have had additions to the bike, as you can tell, which I'll go over in a minute. But the disc brakes are flawless. The bike ride's super smooth. I don't see how it can get any better than this. And like I said, I have the Easy Motion Neo jumper, and this bike here rides just as smooth as the jumper, except for it's not a full suspension bike. So as far as quality of bike ride, awesome. I have no complaints. It has 8 speeds, which do very well. I mean, they got it geared appropriately. You can have a really nice speed gear where you can cruise at a good 15 miles an hour very comfortably. Again, I can hit that 15 sometimes, but again, my leg is damaged. I'm trying to get it back to shape. But anyway, more about the bike. Okay, as you see, I have again 227 miles on this bike so far. So I think I've earned it. I think I've earned the right to give a little information about it, the pros and the cons. I would tell anybody, when you get an electric bike, you want to learn how to manage your pedal assist. You want to learn how to manage your throttle. Okay? Those are 2 things you want to do. There's times when you do not want to have the pedal assist on because of a tight situation or maneuver or critical point. I mean, you might be going in between cars and you don't want that motor to kick in or whatever else. So you want to have it off. There's times when you may want to just have your throttle on and utilize your throttle to get through technical situations, which is pretty cool. The throttle is very responsive. I really like the throttle a lot. The throttle is so responsive you can actually cruise at 2 miles an hour. I did it back on the trails. I'd be back on the trails just testing the responsiveness of the throttle. It's very responsive, very smooth. You can throttle at 3 miles an hour, 4, 2. Like I said, I was very impressed. And now that was back on the trails. Okay, as far as additions, I got some important information to share with you guys out there that have the Easy Motion Neo Volt Sport. Okay, as you can see, I have the bike rack for it right there, right? Well, that did come at a serious cost, okay? Maybe I should have done my research more. I probably could have found another bike rack at a bike store that would have fit, but I figured it probably would have to be a custom bike rack because it's a different type of a bike, and we don't really have a lot of folding bikes around here that I know of in Jacksonville, Florida. But anyway, I ran into some complications with the bike rack, and that was that I have the Easy Motion Neo Volt Sport. Okay, so I have the disc brakes for this bike, as you can see. Well, the Easy Motion Neo Volt and the Proxy, they don't have disc brakes. So here's the problem I ran into. I have the same mounting holes for the bike rack as they do. Okay, let me show you here. Let me get down on the ground a little bit. Hang on a second. Oh, I'm getting old. Okay, I have the same mounting holes for the bike rack as they do, which are right here and right here and right here. Okay, where you mount the bike rack. The problem is, I had the bike rack on there at first, and I had it mounted here, right in one of these holes here, and it was actually pushing up against the rotor. And I was like, what's going on? You know, I figured, hey, a bike rack's a bike rack. If it fits one of the NeoVolts, it fits them all. That is not true. Okay, I had to actually drill a hole, tap a hole, and get a threader and drill a hole through the frame here, and to actually get the bike rack to work on my bike. I didn't want to do it, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So that's what I did. I actually drilled a hole in my frame here and on the other side here. Okay, and I got lucky and did it pretty good the first time, so I didn't have to drill any more than one hole per side. But anyway, you have to do that with the NeoVolt Sport if you're going to use the stock bike rack. And that bike rack was costly, man. That thing costs like 70. The guy gave it to me like 70 bucks. It was 80. He said, I'll give it to you for 70 bucks. That's crazy expensive. But yeah, I kind of got stuck with that. It's not really a long story, but I don't want to get into all that. But anyway, the guy went out of his way to try to get it for me. I didn't tell him to order it, but he did anyway. But anyway, that's the bike rack for the NeoVolt Sport, which is very nice because the other bike rack that I was using, I had it attached to the seat post. And whenever I take the seat post out, that bike rack was just adding extra weight. But I went with the Easy Motion bike rack that's designed for the NeoVolt. And excuse the loud noise, it's a semi truck. And again, it will not work for the fact that this disc mount here, when you put that there, it's pushing up against the disc mount. So what happened was, I didn't realize it at the time. It was pushing up against that disc mount, and it threw my brakes off. So I turned the bike over, and it would spin the wheel, and it would stop really fast because of it had actually loosened up that disc mount, and it threw my brakes off, my brake pads off. So you don't want to do that, guys who have this bike. I'm sure you're probably a lot smarter than I was, and probably found a cheaper way around it. You know, I kind of got put in a spot where I had to buy it. I didn't, want to spend that much on a stupid bike rack. But anyway, I do like it, and it's quite groovy. But anyway, got my little bag here on the back. What else? Okay, as far as distance on the bike. Okay, this is something that you have to kind of. Everybody's going to be different when it comes down to distance you can get on these bikes. I travel. When I ride the bike, I'm like I generally ride the bike. I'm not necessarily just using it because it's an electric bike. I'm actually pedaling 98% of the time. So I use I actually use it very sparingly as far as the electric power. So I've only charged the battery 3 times since I've had the bike, and I got 227 miles. So I use it very sparingly. I'm not trying to. I have a motorcycle, or had a motorcycle, and if I wanted a motorcycle to throttle around, I know how to do that. So I'm just actually, I use the electric power more or less when I need to, because a lot of times I'll ride the bike and I'll do squats trying to build my kneecap back up. Okay? So distance as far as the battery life and stuff is going to vary, man. How you are. If you're the type of person, every time you get on the bike, you have to have the pedal assist on. You probably get 35, 40 something miles per charge. I don't know. It all depends on how you use it. I use mine very sparingly. Like I said, I've only charged it 3 times. So everybody's going to be different. That's all I can tell you. I don't know how you can't get an accurate reading on mileage with the battery, because it's like a brain, Some people may, use the pedal assist or the throttle to get only like travel maybe 40, 50 feet. Everybody's different. Or just up a hill, then they may not use it the rest of their journey, their 10-mile or 20-mile journey. So battery life varies. So, okay. But anyway, I think that's a pretty decent review for you guys, so you know what you're getting. Tires are holding up well. Bike ride's good. I have no complaints at all. But I'm going to get back on it, and I'll give you another update probably when I hit the 350 mark, the 350-mile marker. Okay, which I'll probably hit within a couple of weeks. I'm trying to average at least minimum 13 miles a day. Okay? talk to you guys later. Peace.